evening. My name is Patrick Adams, and I am principal of Roseville High School. It is my distinct honor on behalf of our school board, faculty, and staff to welcome you to Roseville High School's commencement ceremony of 2017. At this time, I would ask that we all rise and remain at attention as our Roseville Honor Guard displays our nation's flag for the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Graduates, please be seated. Please join me in paying tribute to our honor guard. Thank you. This evening's event is a ceremony, and in keeping with the dignity required of all ceremonies, we asked that respect is practiced throughout the event. Respect for the graduates and respect for the graduates' friends and families means that we will allow all speeches, roll call of names, and receipt of diplomas to happen without shouts, clapping, call-outs, or earphones, and we thank you in advance. Before our next introduction, I would like to offer a note of thanks to those who made this event possible. To our Board of Education for securing this beautiful venue for our ceremony. To the staff here at Bethesda for being so accommodating. To Mrs. Eckhout and Mr. Check for doing all of the organizing. To Mr. Cheshire and Ms. Collins for their dedication and for our beautiful music. And to the junior class's top 10 for serving as honor guard. Thank you for all of your collective efforts. Now at this time, it is my pleasure to call to the podium Mr. Mark Blaskowski, our Deputy Superintendent, to introduce our 2017 Teacher of the Year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the distinct honor of introducing the 2017 Roseville Community School High School Teacher of the Year, John Grommans. Mr. Grommans began working for Roseville in 2007 as our hospitality management teacher. After years of working in the industry, he has shared this experience with our students while maintaining state certification. For this program, it requires many extra hours of planning and reporting. But more importantly, Mr. Grommans has demonstrated how he changes the lives of his students. He is energetic, he's enthusiastic, sharing his passion of his work. He motivates his students to step out of their comfort zone by trying new things and to work on employability skills, such as providing quality service and improving their communication skills. These skills are going to help them in any future career that they choose. John is also very optimistic and believes in people. He believes that all his students have unique qualities that can succeed in anything that they choose. He said in an article to Sarah Allen and Jacob Baruth, "My students show me the best of what our future could be. In my 10 years here, I have seen amazing kids and see how they blossom in the environment. Mr. Grommans, let me say, you have shown us the best of what a teacher can become." Help give me a warm welcome to John Grommans, the 2017 Roseville Community School High School Teacher of the Year.
And it's now my honor to introduce to you your salutatorian. Roseville High School is proud to present Autumn Marie Van Dam as salutatorian of the class of 2017. Autumn is the daughter of Thomas and Alexis Van Dam, has one sister, Megan, 15, a freshman at RHS. Would Autumn's family please stand? It's now my honor to present to you your valedictorian. Roseville High School is proud to present Mariam Olufunmilayo Oloko as valedictorian of the class of 2017. Mariam is the daughter of Bashir and Fatima Oloko and sister of Ibrahim, a 2012 RHS graduate. Would Mariam's family please rise at this time? During her years at Roseville High School, Mariam has been the recipient of the Roseville Optimist Essay Award, Presidential Award, an academic letter and certificate of achievement in Spanish, U.S. history, physics, and English. This year, Mariam has earned the academic certificate and certificate of achievement in AP chemistry, and she is in the mathematics department's outstanding senior. Mariam has earned membership in the Phi Beta Kappa Society, National Honor Society, a place in Channel 7's Brightest and Best, and is a recipient of the All-A Honor Roll for the past 4 years. Along with being an integral part of the anime and Spanish clubs, Mariam is the recipient of a Roseville Community Schools Scholarship, the Burger King Scholars Scholarship, and the University of Michigan Literature, Science, and Arts Scholarship. Outside of her academic achievements, Mariam has volunteered at Beaumont Hospital and the Muslim Community Center of Detroit. Mariam will attend the University of Michigan School of Literature, Science, and Arts to major in biology on a pre-med track. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mariam.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, distinguished guests, and my fellow graduates. Thank you all for coming here today to witness a moment we've all been waiting for the past 4 years to be exact, the big event of graduation. I remember when I was younger that the idea of high school scared the living daylights out of me. Back then, whenever my friends and I would talk about high school, the lights would dim, and then off in the distance you would hear a thunderstorm brewing. It was a scary topic for me because I had heard so many strange things about this infamous high school. How once you got there, you'd fail, you'd be lost, you wouldn't be able to make any friends. It would be how it is in the movies, chaotic, stressed, and difficult. And with the help of God, I was able to prove all these looming superstitions wrong. Well, except for the chaos, stress, and difficulty part, because that was nothing short of reality. I was able to succeed in my high school experience because I was used to the different things and used to being in different environments. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and it is a beautiful country. And it is a beautiful country that I am proud to have come from and been immersed in Yoruba culture. They also have the best food too. There's nothing better than my mom's jollof rice with a fresh plate of atasuya, and don't even get me started by gala and plantain chips. As for being in school for the past 4 years, I was always that student who was fumbling around in the halls trying to find my next class, carrying my heavy backpack that weighed 50 pounds because I couldn't find my locker. It was too far away from my classes. I remember those clustered filled hallways where students would just stand in the middle of them, despite the warning of the minute bell, hindering any chance of passage from one class to another. I would always have to matrix myself between shoulders and sides just to get to my afternoon classes on time. Also, carrying a heavy luggage that may have whacked a few people in the process didn't exactly help as well. Now that I'm a senior, the school seems so tiny compared to how it felt 4 years ago. Every nook and cranny I thought I'd never remember, I now remember from the back of my hand, location-wise. And in regards to making friends, there are plenty of opportunities to do so. It's just up to you to decide whether you want to make that extra push or not. It is as simple as saying hi or what's your name. Heck, one of the greatest friends I've made started with a mermaid drawing. So you never know what could happen if you just say hey. I've made some great friends in which you guys know who you are, that I'm glad to have met and gotten to know of individually. Thank you for always sticking with me and my goofball personality. Next, I want to talk about my teachers. There is an old proverb that says, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Thank you to all our teachers from elementary school to middle school and to high school for teaching us all how to fish, because the knowledge you've given us will forever be precious and valuable to us as we embark on our future journeys. I want to thank all my teachers for putting up with me and giving me so much helpful knowledge and inspiring me to achieve greater heights. And I want to thank all my math and science teachers for making me be engaged in the sciences and mathematics, as those were my favorite core subjects. To all my teachers who wrote recommendations for me throughout high school for scholarships and college opportunities, so Mrs. Jordan, Mrs. Allen, Mr. Smicka, Mr. Zimmer, Mrs. Zika and Reed, and Mr. Hansen, thank you very much, and for taking the time to write those for me despite how busy you guys were. I want to give a shout out to the best counselors I've ever had, Mrs. Delpias, for helping me throughout the first 3 years of high school, and Mrs. O'Callahan for being the real MVP and helping me through whatever inquiries I had and providing me with so many scholarship opportunities and just being such an amazing, wonderful person and individual. To all the kids who have yet to enter high school yet, respect your teachers and your counselors, because those are the people who will have such an amazing impact on your life and education. Shout out to my AP Bio squad, Lee, Kaden, and Rachel. You guys made AP Bio the most hilarious and fun class I've ever taken. And thank you for always sticking with me after all these 4 years. And to my underclassman buddy, Valencia, I wish you the best luck, and I hope we stay in contact. Hashtag Espaguetis, hashtag Binoculars. I want to say one last final adiso to all my friends. And for those of you who don't know what adiso means, it means goodbye. And it came about because I was too lazy to say adios and kept slurring the word. And it just sort of stuck on from there. And I know what you're thinking. Who slurs the word adios? But trust me, it happens. I want to thank all my family and friends for being here today and from the start of my academic journey. Thank you so much for always supporting me in whatever I do and pushing me to do and be my very best. And to all those wonderful people who are sporting gold gillies and head ties, thank you for your continuous support. Shout out to my amazing little cousin, Hamna. Hamna, my advice to you is to take it one step at a time as you progress from middle school to high school. Times might be rough, but I'm sure you get past it and do an amazing job. You are like a little sister to me, and I'm going to miss you so much when I go off to college. I want to thank my brother Ibrahim for being the best brother in the world and always being there for me and giving me so much advice on just randomly valuable things. You made life better and funnier, and I wish you the best of luck and your future goals with anesthesiology. I want to thank my dad for being there for me and just being so funny and always supporting me financially. Thank you for leaving your job as a doctor back home and starting afresh so that me and my brother could have an opportunity to make something of ourselves. And lastly, I want to thank my mom especially because she's my role model. Mother, you have always been the light to my gloomy days and the strength that has gotten me past so many obstacles. You are an outstanding woman who is beyond compare and the role model I will forever always look up to. Mother, this is for you. For the English translation, Mother, you are a precious gem that money cannot buy. You have always been there for me every step of the way. from when I took my first steps to now as I firmly work on my feet on stage. Thank you, Mother, for your endless love and support. I could go on for years about how special and amazing you are, and it still wouldn't be enough. Esheganimao. So, for closing remarks, my advice to my fellow graduates is to find and follow your passion. You don't need to be perfect, but rather be yourself. And as our senior quote by Les Brown says, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. This couldn't be any more truer. Throughout high school, I've seen so many of you give up and call it quits before anything has even begun. Challenge yourselves to go further than your limits and to try things you were afraid of trying before. Open up and shine the brightest amongst the stars once you embark on your future travels, whether you're going to college, to trade school, the army, or still just finding yourself out. The first step of achieving greatness is by trying. And yes, it is impossible to live without failing at something, and some of us give up right after we experience failure. But it is those who rise above their downfalls and achieve new heights. For failure means you've challenged something. Some of the world's most successful people have failed. Take Walt Disney, for example. He was fired from the Kansas City Star because his editor felt that he lacked imagination and didn't have any good ideas. And I don't know about you, but my favorite Disney movie is The Little Mermaid, and I'm so glad that his lack of an imagination didn't stop him from achieving greatness and creating memorable Disney movies we all know and love today. Disney now has an asset of about $91 billion, has taken over the world, and has revolutionized and refined American childhood. Moral of the story, it is okay to have a few mishaps here and there, and have a few blunders, but through love and support, courage and motivational drive, we can rise above and achieve greater heights. As B.B. King once said, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. It is up to us to go that extra step to unlock that door we've kept closed for years, and to step confidently right through it. I am proud to be a class of 2017 valedictorian, and I hope that wherever life may take us, and whatever path we may find ourselves treading on, it shall be a great one. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you.
Members of the Roseville Band to come up on stage, please.